And singer and songwriter Elton John is one of the world's leading AIDS activists. Our reporter James Chau has interviewed him in Sydney ahead of Thursday's World AIDS Day. He speaks about his work on raising awareness about the disease and raising funds through the Elton John AIDS Foundation and the fund he had set up in memory of his friend and fellow AIDS activist Elizabeth Taylor.
Many people don't even know this, that you can give birth to a baby who is HIV-free. Yeah. Likewise, many people don't even know today that it's people not with AIDS, but people living with HIV. Tell us a bit about the crucial difference in that, and especially in your activism, your conviction, how much it's changed.
Well, it's changed enormously. When I set up the Elton John AIDS Foundation 20 years ago next year in America, we were delivering meals. We were taking people to hospital. We were getting people buddy systems because the outlook for them was bleak. I mean, my friend Freddie Mercury died 20 years ago, last week. He was just too late because people who were infected, we started as a direct care organization. We were just helping people who desperately needed help and direct care. Then medicine started to improve, and people who thought they were going to be out of the workplace, had sold all their insurance, had sold all their possessions, suddenly were becoming better, and they got well, and they had a future, which is great.
What's the most shocking story of stigma that you know or that you have heard?
Well, I know people who've been kicked out of their house by their parents because they're HIV positive. I mean, even though medicine's, it's not contagious, it's a treatable disease. People have been disowned by their families. That is the cruelest thing of all, to be disowned by your own family, to be ostracized from life, and to have that fear pumped into you that you are HIV positive and you are not. You can't mention it because if you mention it, people are going to reject you. Rejection is the worst. We should be embracing people and loving them and telling them it's okay. It's okay to be HIV positive, and we have the medicines to treat you.
I feel this excitement, not just from hearing you speak right now, but over the last couple of weeks and maybe 2-3 months, people on Twitter, people on Facebook, not political leaders, ordinary young people talking about Washington 2012. Are you going to be there? And whether you're there or not, what do you want to see come out of it?
Well, I am going to be there. I'm going to give, hopefully, the keynote address. I want to spend about 3 or 4 days in Washington. I've never been in that situation before. I want to address, one of the problems I want to address is the African-American situation in America, which totally has to be addressed, and which people of my ilk, people who are influential, I want to get together and do a concert at the Apollo Theater in New York to get people to come together. I'm 65. I want people to come like role models, like basketball players, young people that people look up to, African-American people, say, listen, we're ignoring this. Our people are dying. We have to do something. The African-American community needs to come together, and I hope to bring them together to do something, because it's very important in America that this is addressed. I want to meet as many people as I can. I want to stress that, that love is the cure for this disease. It's not, what we're finding is that you get somebody over here saying hateful things and somebody over here saying good things, and never the twain shall meet. We need a dialogue. We need dialogue in any problem that you face throughout the world. You need a dialogue, and the dialogue has to start. And it has to start soon. And I'm afraid in America at the moment, there's not much dialogue in anything, in politics and religion. It's all very much, shouting at each other from both sides, different sides of a river. I find that nonsensical. I find that completely negative. And I want to try and use my position in the world, such as it is, to try and bring people more together. It's essential. If we don't communicate, we don't talk, we don't bring people together who don't understand, then we're never going to make any progress.